Hello guys! So in today's video we are actually starting a brand new challenge. We are going to try to attempt the challenge of flipping our way from 0 gold all the way up to 2 million gold on NA servers. I am usually playing on EU, but now we're going to try to go to NA. Why, you may ask? Basically the only reason is because I need to make some gold so I can give away stuff to you, because earlier we have only been able to give away stuff to EU players. But with this challenge, the plan is to go from 0 gold all the way up to 2 million. Now I am currently level 5 and I am in Exile's Reach. Apparently I need to do Exile's Reach again on a brand new account when it's on US. I didn't know this, but I have to do it. After that, pretty much I am not going to level anything. I am just going to flip stuff. The only rule basically is that I have to only buy stuff and sell it. I will not be farming, I will not be gathering, I will not be even leveling. I will only be buying stuff and selling it more expensive. I will probably be utilizing more than one realm, but all of those characters will also be at the starter level. So I hope you guys will enjoy this. I hope we can learn together, because I am not a professional at this, but I think we will actually be able to reach 2 million. It will take some time, but hopefully we can do it in not too much time. I hope you guys will enjoy this format, and I'll do my best to be as informative as possible and actually include all of the purchases and sales I am doing. Okay guys, we have now actually made it to the city. We are level 11 on our warrior right here. What I have done now is hopefully not something that you will think is bad. I asked a guy in our community if he could give us 1.5k gold to start this challenge. I realized that we actually need to buy the war bank for 1000 gold to be able to actually transfer stuff across realms easily. So that's why I needed some gold. And since this is a brand new account on the NA, I have nothing. And since pretty much I don't even feel like leveling right now, I thought it's good if we can start with just this so we can actually get started in the challenge without that being too much of a mess. Because the goal is not to start building the account. The goal is to actually make gold with flipping. So we're going to buy the war bank now for 1000 gold, which is amazing. Now we have one slot. Of course, we will probably go further and buy more and more, maybe in this challenge as it goes. But we have 500 gold left, and I thought we need that to get started. We cannot start on 0 gold. It would be too annoying to actually do the first golds. With 500, that is still like extremely small, but I hope we will be able to buy like 1, 2, 3 items and try to sell for some great profit. Hopefully. I took the time to create one character on a lot of realms. As you guys can see, we have pretty much 40 realms, 50 realms, I'm not sure. I just wanted to make it now because we will utilize different realms in this challenge, depending on where we can find good prices to sell and good prices to buy. Sadly, it's a new account. I don't have any allied race, so every character will have to start level 1 and run from Northshire to Stormwind, which is a little bit annoying, but that's life on a new account, right? But actually, we're gonna start right now finding our first flip. We can go on to our warrior again. I have done some research since I have done a little bit of flipping on my EU account. I have some beginner knowledge, but I am not experienced in this area. But I have started on EU to try, and this will be a fun journey, I think. But since we only have 500 gold, I feel like we have to find something that we think can sell pretty fast. One thing we could do is go for bags. Bags will sell good, especially, oh my god, those are expensive. Especially the bags from this expansion will probably sell really good, but we are not going to go for that now. We might do that later. We are actually going to go for some recipes. We are going to go for enchanting recipes because I know those can sell pretty well, and I think we can find some great deals of those recipes. Every recipe is probably a good flip, pretty much, but those ones you can find really cheap and sell them for a good margin, and you can sell them fairly fast. And what we want to do now is get up to a couple of thousand gold so we can invest in more items, so we can diversify, because that's going to be our biggest problem in the beginning, is that we're now going to have maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 items to try to sell, which can take a while, right? Since that's items, very few items, very specific items. But this is the plan for now, so let's go ahead to our site. What I usually do is I use Undermine Exchange to find the best prices on every server. Here you can find prices for every server in the game. Those are fairly updated. It should update every hour. It's an online auction house pretty much. And we will just filter for enchanting and the war within, and we will check for formulas that are cheap in enchanting. If you click them, you can see the current price on the server we are on, which is an EU server. It doesn't matter where we are, but if I go to a US realm instead, let's go for example to the realm we're actually on instead, which is Agramar US. Let's see if that works. We can go to here, Radiant Verse. Then we can see that it's 50 gold minimum price on a US realm, which is really good. So we can find a recipe here for 50 gold. Then we can scroll down and we can check which realm it is. It's Asralon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Asralon and we're going to buy the recipe and try to sell it on some other server. So there we have one good buy. Let's go to Asralon server. Also, we're going to deposit our gold to the warbank so our other characters can take use of it. I'm not sure if I will get the warband spell or not. Maybe I have to go to the bank to actually collect on this account. I'm not sure, but at least we can deposit our 500 gold here and we can try to head to the server Asralon. Okay, so we made our way to the warbank, which is great. So now we can actually go ahead and withdraw some gold. We're going to take 250 gold, which is amazing. Let's head to the auction house and buy a couple of this recipe. So the recipe that we found was the Radiant Versatility for 50 gold. I'm actually going to buy 4 of this because I think this can be a really decent flip for us actually to make. So what we will do then is go and put them into our warbank and we will try to find at least one more item to flip. One more of those recipes we should be able to buy and start selling on other servers. I am so hyped. Imagine when we get our first sale. That is going to feel amazing. So we just deposited back into our warbank, and what we're gonna do is of course deposit all of our gold since that is going to be very much needed. Let's check for another recipe. Okay, so I checked through the recipes. At the moment all of them is actually too expensive for us, except this one at the top, but that one is really bad. What I will do now is actually check for some profession equipment that we maybe can flip. I have some knowledge about this, and on EU, the profession equipment actually sells fairly decent. Okay guys, I actually changed my mind. We are not going to go for profession gear. We are going to go for the Beledar's Bulwark, which is a recipe. It can be found for 16 gold actually on Bleeding Hollow. We are going to get there and see how many we can snag for 16 gold. I think this can be a really good deal. As you guys can see, it's 200 gold. It's going up to a lot of gold. This is not realistic to sell for 25k, but like we can 10 times our gold on this one pretty easy, I would think, even 20 times maybe. So we will try to go to Bleeding Hollow and find the recipe here for 15 gold. Okay, so we made it to the city once again, and we actually collected our 299 gold from the warbank. So let's see if there actually are some cheap recipes here. So it's the Beledar Bounty. Sadly, it is just one we can find for 15 gold, which is sad, but it's still a really good deal. I think we will be able to sell that one fairly fast and for at least 10 times the gold. Let's see, what was the next? Yeah, it's 80 gold on Frostmourne. That's going to be a little bit much for us now, but we snagged this for 15 gold, which is going to be amazing to sell. And we already have 5 great items. The good thing with those items is actually that it will not cost us a lot to post them on the auction house either. And that is something we really have to think about now when we only have so little gold, that we cannot run out of gold because we try to sell on the auction house. But let's try to find one more recipe at least before we start posting. So let's see what we can find on the auction house. So we actually found the Dawn Thread lining recipe for 8 gold. I am not sure if this is going to sell fast, but I know that it can be used for leveling up tailoring. So we will absolutely go ahead and snag this for 8 gold. There are for 14 gold as well, which is good. All of those cheap ones down here, you will be able to place them right here and sell them. The question is just how fast will they sell? But if we can get a lot of them for 8 gold, we're going to look at really good margins. So we are going to want to head to another server once again. Once again, we have reached the warbank on our new server. Let's withdraw our gold and see the Dawn Threaded lining. Hopefully it's not just one again, but we'll see. So it's going to be a lot like this in the beginning, where we are going to try to find stuff and post and sell. Hopefully when we have moved all of our characters over to Stormwind, it's going to be really much easier immediately. Okay, so we found 3 of them for 8 gold, which is fine. But let's buy the 3. I'm not sure why it's lagging this hard. It's 14 gold on Aegwin, but we can actually snag 4 more here for 20 gold each. Oh, I might actually be lagging a little bit on the... I think this was a Oceanic server, and I totally forgot, but since I am in Sweden, we might have some lags actually when we are playing on NA. That's something I haven't thought about. We're going to get those 4 as well. We could actually get those 2 as well. It will be good. And then we have a nice base. Hopefully the Dawn Thread linings will sell, but I think recipes should sell fairly well. Something everybody should want for their knowledge points, right? Those kind of cheap ones you definitely buy for a knowledge points, I mean. And we're actually going to immediately just post 1 here for 120 gold. Since it was such a good margin right there, we might as well just post 1. And we can head back to the war bank and we can actually start to look for servers to post on. Okay, so everything is posted in our war bank. I will now try to find some servers and let's post and see what we can sell. Okay, so we are on our server here as Galore. It's a new player server, but the prices is really scuffed here, 20k. We cannot get 20k for this pattern. That would be stupid, but we will post it for something stupid as well. 3,500 gold. Oh, this one actually cost 75 silver to post. This one we have a 1,398 here. So we're actually just going to post this one on this server as well, since we have some great margins. We bought it so cheap, and we're gonna make it a little bit easier for us here to actually post on the same server. When it is that good of a margin, we might as well. But this one we're going to drop to 3,500. Maybe somebody thinks it's all of a sudden cheap and they buy it, but I'm not sure. It's a new player server, it says, so I think it's a new realm or something like that. There is a lot of Brutus here, but that was one server. Let's find another one. Okay, so we actually went back to our main realm here, Agramar, where we actually leveled our tune to level 11 just because we had to do the Exile's Reach. So here we can actually sell the Dawn Thread lining for 500 gold and the Radiant Verse for 1.8k, which is decent prices. If we sell those, it's really good. So let's go ahead and post them. Okay, so we made it to another new realm. I think it's called Cairn or something. Cairn. I think we have decent prices here for the linen. 999 gold, which is great. The Radiant Verse, 12,000. We're not going to sell it for that, but we might as well try. The Beladur's Bulwark. I guess I'm gonna post it for it. If we sell it, it's crazy, but that is crazy prices, guys. I do not expect to sell those. We're on another server here called Eridar, I think. We get the Dawn Thread lining for... Oh, I forgot to take the gold, but we get it for 4,000. We can sell it. And this one is for 10,000. Imagine we wake up tomorrow to a couple of sales. That would be just too crazy, right? Let's see. Let's see if we can sell anything. I'm going to leave those here for now because I kind of need to quit playing, but we will try. We will post them here and see if we can sell something of what we posted, and we can get more realms going tomorrow. But now we have at least started to post on a couple of realms already. So the plan is not to do any kind of undercutting or cancel scanning on these tunes. I will probably only be posting once per day. Now in the beginning I might do some undercutting just to get started, but my plan later is to build up an empire with enough items that we can post 1 or 2 times per day. Maybe I will do undercutting, like if it's too slow, if we're not getting sales, of course I have to do some undercutting for the challenge to progress, but the eventual goal is to never do any cancel scans, so it is as realistic as possible, because on my EU account where I do some kind of cross-realm trading, I am pretty much not reposting at all. I usually post 1 time in the morning and 1 time at the night, or just 1 time a day. It all depends. So that is the eventual plan of this kind of account too, and this challenge is to not put too much effort in and still make a lot of gold, but we'll see how it goes. But this is the plan for now, guys, to keep this going, this kind of like buying cheap, finding cheap lips on Undermine Exchange and going in game, buying, selling on other servers. This is like the new type of flipping. Earlier when we didn't have the war bank, you could actually pretty much only buy on one server and sell on the same server, unless you were doing pets or unless unless you were really degen and you actually bought a lot on one server and then transferred for Battle.net balance to another one, etc. But now it is the Warbank, it is king. This can be really good. I hope this challenge will prove to you guys that this is the new type of gold making if you want to be a big guy, because that's at least what I think is the cross-realm trading is probably going to be the thing that is going to make you millions in World of Warcraft in the future, at least now when we are kind of in a dead part in the expansion where we don't really see any like too good profits from crafting. But we'll see tomorrow if we wake up with any sales or not. Okay guys, it's the next day and we will log in and see if we actually have sold anything. I am very excited to see if we have made some kind of progress. Let's just hope. So on our first server here, we actually sold our formula Radiant Versatility for 1.7k. This is really great to see. 1.7k, that is a great amount of profit. Holy shit. We have already tripled our gold pretty much from what we started with when we flipped, selling one item, which is really, really good. So we're just going to repost that and we're going to head and put everything into our Warbank for now. That is really crazy, guys. So the recipes are probably selling quite good on the NA servers as well, same as EU. So why wouldn't they? But that is amazing. Really great. Let's check the other characters as well. So on this tune, we did not manage to sell our Dawn Thread lining. I'm not sure how good the Dawn Thread lining is going to sell. We will see, but hopefully it will do decent. We are already in profit, which is really nice. Selling that one in the first day was just amazing. So we have even more gold we can invest today, which is really great. Let's check our next character. So here we had 3 recipes at the auction house, but none of them sold, which is fine. Let's just get some more gold from the guild, from the Warbank, to be able to post. Okay, so we're logged into our other character. Let's see if we sold anything. We actually did sell. Oh my god, this is awesome. This is OP, guys. 3.3k for the Dawn Thread lining. I bought them for like 20 gold, guys, and I sold them for 3.3k. That is just ridiculous. Insane profit per recipe there. 3 over... Oh my god, that's insane, guys. Okay, another 3.3k profit. That's just crazy. That is amazing. We are making way more progress than I thought. We have probably been really lucky. We are already up to 5k in the Warbank. That is crazy. That is crazy. I'm not sure if we had anything on this last tune, but let's log in and check. Okay, so on this tune we had no sales, unfortunately, but I'm kind of expecting no sales, to be honest. But holy moly, we did some great sales with those recipes, and it is definitely something that I'm going to continue with, because we can spread out on more servers, and now we have way more gold to actually invest than we had before. So we're totally up to 5k gold now in our Warbank. I actually thought like it was going to go so slow, but the fact that we sold actually stuff over the night was amazing. Maybe the servers is actually more active on the nights here in on the NA region, because my night time might be like their daytime. I'm not actually sure like the time difference, but I was not expecting to sell 2 or 3 stuff the first night with that margins when I had so small things posted. Like I only had like 5 tunes or 4 tunes with auctions. So selling 2 or 3 stuff with that small amount posted is just crazy. And especially with those margins, it's like really good. But the plan for the challenge is to keep on going like this, to find good items to sell and make a lot of gold with, to find items that gives us great margins. And I hope you guys will be able to follow along. I'm trying to make it as simple as I can and include like every detail that I'm doing. So my goal is for it to be really easy to understand and for you guys to actually be able to follow along and start small and scale up, as I will do as well. So this has been so far very small scale, right? But the plan in the future is to have a lot of items on different servers so we can actually scale it up and try to get a lot of sale every day. So hopefully that is something that we will reach. I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video. Let me know what you think about this challenge in the comments below. In the next episode, I can guarantee you that we will be making a lot more gold. In this episode, we have done a lot of setup and we have gotten started, but in the next episode, we are ready to go and ready to ramp up and get a lot more sales, hopefully. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.